It's now or never. Cavino and Rich, and we welcome Jenelle Marie Rodriguez.
Janelle, there's no worse feeling than leaving a game because you think it's over, and then you hear the crowd start making noise, and you're like, what's going on?
You're like, I was the mush.
What's going on?
When you leave a game, it's just showing us what type of fan you are. You know what I mean?
He's looking
out. Is he
out.
a real one or is he not?
He was looking out.
Anyways, we're coming back from such an epic weekend in football, which had me learning a few things after these divisional playoffs, so I need you guys to change my mind. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
I'm in. Let's do it.
All right, the first one. Derrick Henry is the best running back in the NFL. Change my mind, and I hope you have about 195 reasons.
Will do. I'll change your mind. Let me give you some names right now of players I'd rather have on my team in the running back position.
You would rather.
Christian
wow.
McCaffrey,
Nah.
Ezekiel Elliott,
Nah.
Alvin Kamara, Melvin Gordon.
Nah.
Guys that have more than just listen, this guy's a downhill beast of a runner, but he's one-dimensional compared to the other guys I mentioned. Now, right now, it seems like he's unstoppable, but that's
He's already making history. He became the only player in the NFL with 2 games in the same postseason with at least 175 rushing yards. I mean, you tell me.
That's because he's a 6'3", 250-pound beastodon, throwing out stiff arms, Heismans, running people down, and he's doing it on the main stage. He's throwing touchdowns. Not only is he running in for touchdowns, he's throwing touchdowns. But he's arguably the best running back for a while now, Rich, and we're noticing it.
This goes back to high school. Apparently, he was incredible in high school as well.
Yeah, I don't care about high school stats or college stats. This is the NFL. The guy's emerging right now, and in the moment,
When it matters the most.
in the moment,
Exactly.
he's tearing it up. If they lose in the AFC Championship game, which they will, to the Kansas City Chiefs, you know what we're going to say? Well, I remember when Derrick Henry had a couple games that he out-beast-moded even the days of Marshawn Lynch?
Yeah, but he did it against the Pats and the Ravens. Again, big teams, again, when it counts. And I'm not trying to change your mind, Janelle. I agree with you. The past 3 games, the first player in NFL history with 180-plus yards, again, for 3 straight games. And the last 8 games, he set an all-time record in that stretch with over 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns, and he's averaging over 6 yards per carry, man. He might be enough to do it alone just by himself. You know, he's that good right now.
That's a strong take.
They're going to get destroyed this coming weekend in Arrowhead.
Well, that's what we thought
Derrick
last week.
Henry's going to run for 60 yards, and you guys are all going to be like, Derrick who?
All
Who are
right.
you talking about?
I agree with Janelle.
I forget it. Next.
All right, the Niners are a Super Bowl lock. Change my mind, and Rich, I'm sorry I'm putting you in this predicament.
Well, see, the thing is, you're setting me up to jinx myself, Janelle, which I will not do. Listen, the Ravens, I thought were a lock for the Super Bowl.
Are you going to walk out of here so you don't jinx yourself like that fan?
The Saints, the New England Patriots, 3 teams that I thought would be, in it to at least a divisional or championship round are out, right? So there's no such thing as a lock when it comes to the NFL playoffs.
Right.
But the 49ers' path is as clear as could possibly be. By the Vikings knocking off the Saints, and over in the AFC, the Ravens now being out of it, this is like the 49ers' golden opportunity to not only make it to the Super Bowl, but to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This is like you don't get this chance often.
This is their golden ticket. They got to make it past the Packers now.
It's like a bar full of good-looking women, and the bouncer kicked out every other dude. If you don't score, you're a loser.
Not only is everything lined up, man, but everybody's healthy.
Your game is off. How many times have you guys not gone to a bar and not picked up a chick?
Never,
no.
Janelle.
Never happened to me.
Back to you, Camino. Go on.
Pocky.
Yeah, but I mean, it's definitely not a lot because it's anybody's Super Bowl, right? We were saying the same thing about the Ravens last week. It's a matter of how Jimmy G steps it up, though, man. And I'm rooting for the 49ers because they're arguably the team to win it.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is a bad man, as Stephen A. would say. And on any given Sunday, as I say, Aaron Rodgers could have the game of his life, putting passes where no other QB could. But I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this whole dialogue that Jimmy G is a detriment to the Niners. He is not. He is going to step it up again.
All right, but definitely not a lot.
Right.
And you don't want to jinx it, so I'll say it.
I am not going to jinx
no more.
it. So not a lock. Next.
Lamar Jackson is overrated. Change my mind.
Overrated. The dude
It
was.
hurts me to say this because
All right.
he has had an incredible season.
He led the NFL with 36 touchdown passes. He threw for over 3,000 yards. He broke Michael Vick's rushing record this year. We can't forget how he dominated the entire season, and he made people look foolish all year long. So he fell short, but he's definitely not overrated.
This Lamar Jackson is overrated narrative
No
is
way.
horse poo.
Nikes.
Gaga, as
It's
I like
horse
to say.
Nikes. Listen, it's the hot take on sports radio and sports TV all day. People are saying, well, he's not a pocket passer. Dude led the league in touchdown passes. The guy can't get it done in the playoffs. He's a young man.
I mean, he cracked under pressure. It's where it counts most.
Janelle, you know who else has cracked under pressure throughout the history of NFL playoffs? Guys like Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, all guys that have lost in the first round or divisional round of the playoffs.
And he has more tools than all of those guys that you mentioned, and anyone would take Jackson to be on their team. So he's definitely not overrated.
This is a guy played a bad game in a wrong spot, and Tennessee's hot. And let's be
And he
honest,
didn't have a lot of help. Ingram's hurt.
Ingram's hurt, but you know
Yeah.
what it came down to? People are not talking enough about. This team is calculated, as you know. John Harbaugh is all about analytics. They go for it on fourth down, and the whole season, what do? 4th and 1, 4th and 2, make it, move the chains. Come playoff time, they miss 3 crucial 4th and shorts. Changes the whole dynamic of the game. Lamar Jackson, not overrated one bit.
Okay, you changed my mind.
All right.
Well, this one, you're going to have to take a listen. All is fair in petty wars. Take a look to this.
Woo!
Changed my mind.
Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? Before we get started, I just want to introduce y'all. We got the NFL rushing leader. If anybody got a problem with that, you come see me. We bout that. Big trust. Whoop, whoop. King Henry in the flesh. Whoop, whoop.
I don't know if that's fair, because I don't
I
think
think that was an adequate troll.
it's definitely a troll. So I don't think it's fun in games. I don't think Mark Ingram and Lamar Jackson are laughing about it. Not after a loss, because the timing's really
Aren't
bad.
they friends, though? You kind of jab one
That's-
another.
That's
in
my
that
point.
friendship.
You could be friends and you could, jab at each other, but not after a big loss like that. That's going to hurt some feelings.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? If you're asking, is it all fair? I say yes, because when you go up on the podium,
I'm about that.
like this dude right here, Mark Ingram, after every game, and he's
Right.
like, the man, the myth, the legend, big trust. Every game in the flash, all this crap he says every game, you know what? You set yourself up. You set yourself up so that when you lose, you will be mocked.
Yeah,
and
but
they were mocked.
That's
Yeah,
why.
you have to get roasted. It's
That's
the only
why
appropriate thing.
these are fighting words, man. This team was fired up all year. You know that loss had a sting.
Big
so that's
trust.
not when you pour the salt on the wound and you troll your
think
buddies
you're a little
on
sensitive,
national
Covino.
on national television. Look, I know
You
he
know
may
what?
have.
I think you would get mad if that happened to you. If
Yeah,
it
I
did to
would have.
you.
I know he may have meant it all in fun and everything, but the public views it differently, and I don't think Ingram and Jackson are taking it kindly.
Well, I will say the only part of it that was that was weak is that the guy that introduced Derrick Henry, Sharp, had 0 catches all game. At least get someone that participated to do the announcement if you're going to roast someone.
He's
Okay?
got
Mark
the
Ingram.
personality for it.
All right.